people are doing everything they can.
Could happen. Glenn Greenwald, thank you so much for doing this. I'm so pleased that you're coming right now because I need someone smarter than I am to explain the connection that I feel but can't quite articulate, and it's this. So the Free Press, run by Barry Weiss and financed by others, of course, just put out a video defending flock cameras. And rather than playing it, you can find it on the internet. I'm just going to read you the description in the headline, and here's what it is. Ever feel like you're being watched? This is the Free Press headline. You might be right, but flock safety cameras aren't interested in you unless you're a kidnapper, a thief, or up to no good. And it's like literally Soviet propaganda. You know, if you got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear. As long as your, soul is right with the party, you're okay. Don't worry about the panopticon. So this is obviously disgusting. It's anti-American. It's totalitarian, but it's also not that surprising coming from the neocon oracle known as the Free Press. I can't quite explain why that's not surprising to me. Why is their support of flock cameras consistent with their support of, say, the war?
Troy Jackson likes to keep it in the family. When Jackson was state senate president, his son was one of the highest paid lobbyists in town. Special interests paid his son, and Jackson changed his positions. Troy Jackson is just another dirty politician.
Switch to Charity Mobile and support pro-life, pro-family causes just by using your phone. All plans are under $50 before taxes and surcharges, even unlimited. CharityMobile.com, promo code Tucker.
With a ROM.
Well, let's remember it was about 12, 13 years ago that we started the Snowden reporting that really was the first meaningful, broad-based reporting that showed that the goal of the U.S. government was to create an absolutely ubiquitous surveillance state that monitored, collected, stored highly invasive and revealing information, not about terror suspects or potential pedophiles, but about every single one of us. A ubiquitous surveillance state is how they described it internally and what it was. And obviously it had all sorts of connections to the military and to foreign policy goals. In fact, its basis was in the NSA, which is a key part of the Defense Department, of the military planning unit, the U.S. security state. And all along, they also had a very close, really indispensable partnership with Silicon Valley, with the largest tech companies. In fact, one of the earliest stories we did was about how the tech companies were just handing over en masse whatever information the NSA wanted without warrants or anything else, because those companies need to keep a good relationship with the government because that's where they get most of their largest contracts from. There's really no separation between the private and public sector, but the companies and the sector that is most financially interested in this surveillance state are the people in Silicon Valley, the people who, for example, are running Palantir and have gotten unimaginably wealthy, multi-billionaire wealth from helping not only to create a surveillance state, but then merging it with the U.S. military. And this is what the Israelis, of course, set up in Gaza. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people, one of the loudest ones being Charlie Kirk, were so incredulous that October 7th could happen, and the Israeli government just had no idea that it was coming because they have Gaza under one of the most extreme surveillance systems ever to exist in all of human history. And a lot of the reporting we did was about the partnership between the NSA and the Israelis and the amount of just raw intelligence the NSA turns over about American citizens to the Israeli government. So you have all these component parts, Peter Thiel and Palantir and Alex Karp, Andreessen Horowitz that is invested in a lot of these AI surveillance companies, also invested in Palantir, also a major investor in the Free Press. And this is all part of the same group that, as you say, is inextricably linked, not just to building a domestic surveillance state, but also a foreign policy that is very neocon in nature, very warmongering in nature. They all wanted the war in Iran. They all love and worship and revere Israel. And, of course, it is in the interest of people who wield the greatest power to find out and know as much about that as they can as their domestic population, because that gives them the greatest control, and that's always been what the surveillance state is about.
But the irony of it is inescapable. I mean, we're fighting these wars abroad so we can be free here in the United States. We're fighting tyrants on behalf of freedom and democracy. And that's basically what we're doing. I mean, argument that Iran was a physical threat to the United States. I mean, the fringe Mark Levin types do, but most people would not make that case. They would say this is a tyranny. They're killing their own people. They're throwing gays off the roof. They're shooting protesters, and same with China, same with North Korea, same with Russia. Because they allow their own citizens no freedom, we have to kill their governments. But those same people making that argument are now endorsing tyranny and totalitarianism at home. So it's like, what could possibly be the justification for their foreign policy?
You know, as somebody who has really had to immerse myself in U.S. war propaganda and just war propaganda generally, as somebody who has opposed pretty much every war that the United States has fought over the last, say, 25 years, there are a lot of things about war propaganda that I think are universal, that aren't that surprising. It's a very effective science. It's been developed over decades, really centuries, using multiple fields of discipline and anthropology and psychology and psychiatry. It's a very precise science. It's not surprising that it works. But sometimes there are things that are so brazen about it that even my respect for the efficacy of propaganda makes me shocked that it does work. And one of the things that I find most shocking is this idea that the United States goes to war against the tyrannical and dictatorial governments of the world because we want to free the oppressed people and bring them freedom and democracy. When, if you know anything about American history, our history is exactly the opposite. We've spent so many decades overthrowing democratically elected leaders and imposing on those countries some of the most brutal military dictatorships ever known in human history, including, of course, in Iran and countless other places. Right now, our closest allies that Trump loves most are the most brutal regimes in Saudi Arabia, the Emiratis, the Egyptians, all over the world. That has always been our goal. And anyone who believed, there was actually an article last week in the New York Times about how these idiotic Iranian exiles who, have lived for decades in London and Toronto and Chicago and LA somehow got held up as the voice of the Iranian people, who were saying, please, please come and bomb our country, we want you to free us, now are saying, oh my God, we're so disillusioned. It turns out Trump really wasn't interested in freeing the Iranian people, nor was Netanyahu. They were fighting the war solely for their own interests, and they're willing to kill as many of us as possible in order to advance that goal. And it's like, oh, that just occurred to you. So yes, if you were to believe that neocons and the like and their war propaganda about how they want to free the repressed people of the world were actually real, you would then find it oddly contradictory that they're imposing this tyrannical surveillance state at home. But if you understand, which I think most reasonably perceptive people do, that spreading freedom and democracy have nothing to do with why we fight wars. In fact, if anything, we're more interested in undercutting freedom and democracy. We prefer dictatorships at our service who control their countries and suppress their populations for us. Then it makes all the sense in the world that those same people would want to maintain as much of a grip on the domestic population as they do on the rest of the world. And there is nothing. This is, I think, the other point, Tucker, when we were doing the Snowden reporting, and people really understood, oh wow, it turns out that our government really was converting what we were told was this very liberatory, emancipatory technology, which was the internet. They were actually converting it into its exact opposite, the most coercive and potent means of human control ever in human history. I remember when we did one story about the ubiquity of the ability to spy. People from the Stasi, who were actually in the Stasi in East Germany, came out and expressed this kind of envy, and they were like, oh wow, we never dreamed of being able to have powers that were this significant. And one of the big responses was, well, look, the NSA tried to encourage people to think this, all the other corporations did as well. You don't need privacy. Privacy is for losers and criminals. It's for pedophiles and terrorists. And if you don't have anything to hide, then why do you need privacy? And of course, every single person has something to hide. We all do things in secret and in private that we wouldn't do in public. Every single one of us has that division in our lives. It's very healthy. It's kind of fundamental to how human beings operate. And a surveillance state, nothing gives greater tyrannical power to a centralized power than the ability to surveil and monitor and know what people are doing at all times. And to see Barry Weiss in the Free Press justifying it, cheering it, making it seem all benign, is exactly what you would expect of people who have that as their goal.
Senator Susan Collins worked tirelessly to provide the quality mental health care our veterans deserve.
Okay, I think you have 10 questions left. Is this something I can see?
Are we talking public? Private? Yeah, I mean, when you look at what a lot of them allocated back in 2010, that's why so many are insane. So they already did it. They already did, like, above and beyond. And they're trying to stop, like, basic facial recognitions and security cameras and putting them in all the schools and hospitals where they should be. No, they said no to all that and set up people's fucking homes with criminals and murderers and pedos. Yeah, they did. That's pretty much exactly what the fuck happened. Wow. Insane.
Ice in the free press.
I know, a lot of them are good
justifying it,
people.
cheering it, making it seem all benign is exactly what you would expect of people who have that as their goal.
And not just benign, not just, harmless and non-threatening, but they've actually taken it, I think, a step beyond that, and they're scolding anyone who wants privacy. And by the way, these are all pro-choice people who believe Griswold versus Connecticut, the 67 decision that gave us the right to privacy, is really important, but you don't actually get the privacy. But so just to restate the headline, it says, if they're not interested in you unless you're a kidnapper, a thief, or up to no good. So basically, if you're worried about flock cameras, you're up to no good. You're a thief, you're a kidnapper. I mean, like, they're yelling at us for caring.
Well, what they're trying to do is to essentially say that if you are somebody who craves privacy in your life, who wants to have areas of your life that are free of government or corporate monitoring and scrutiny, then essentially you're admitting that you do things that are wrong. In fact, Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, for many years, that's actually one time what exactly what he said when people were raising questions about the invasiveness of Google and how it's creating this dragnet of ubiquitous surveillance. He said, well, why don't you think about it this way? If you're doing something that you don't want other people to know about it, maybe you should stop doing it. Maybe that's something that you ought not to be doing. As though the mere fact that human beings crave privacy in any realm at any point in our lives for any purpose suggests that we are somehow bad people because we want to hide things, and the only reason to hide things is if you're a pedophile or otherwise engaged in dangerous conduct that you shouldn't be engaged in. And ultimately, I think you're right, that is the most pernicious and sinister part of this, which is to start trying to convince people that anybody who actually cares about privacy only because they're doing things that you should want the government to know about because they're probably really bad and dangerous people. And I think sometimes we forget how un-American that is. When I went to law school and you study the Federalist Papers, the Constitution, and the layout of it, I remember being kind of amazed. It really struck me how the founders had this debate, and they purposely.
Well, what's happening too with some people over the years, they just want to pass a law to give people the option that are going to be put on probation. And instead of playing the runaround game a lot, you'll still have normal check-ins, probably at an office. But instead of it helps the investigators and probation officers too. Right, when someone's on probation, right, it's good protection for them too, and it eliminates them from becoming targets of other criminal organizations that know those people are more vulnerable for some things.
The details behind his cause of death. The report does detail that 9 officers fired their rifles during the shooting incident. Investigators recovered 147 rifle casings linked to officers, 15 casings from inside James's room, and at least 39 identified.
Right, so let's say someone's going to be on probation. There's no jail time being asked for. It's 4 years probation, supervised probation.
Guns and 4 additional loaded magazines in the room with him. In his truck, he had 3 additional firearms.
Right, so if they want to agree to cameras being put in their home as a condition of the probation, that should be an option. If they would rather not opt for that and instead have more check-ins, anklets, whatever it is. They have implants now too, if you want to get an implant instead of wearing the external bracelet. So a lot of people are trying to stop that as, oh my god, they're going to put cameras in your home. It's like, no. Right, so a lot of people in the humanitarian worlds have been trying to get it pushed through, of course, more so for mandatory schools, hospitals, daycares absolutely should be mandatory, and they want to fight that as though it's an invasion of their privacy. And other people are like, well, no, you don't want to abide by that, then no daycare for you. There are people who have no problem with having a camera in their daycare. Like, yeah, of course. I feel the same way as a parent. I can totally understand that. I actually like that because right then, if there's just like police officers and body cameras, then they can't say, oh, there's a mark on my kid. I don't think they're taking good care of them. Do they even take them outside to play? Like, what's going on, right? Yeah, boom, that's right there. How wonderful is that? That's a cool thing. Who would have a problem with that? Criminals and fucking nasty people that are doing things they shouldn't. That's who'd have a problem with that.
Imposed restrictions on police power, on state power, knowing that it would make it easier for violent criminals, rapists, pedophiles to often escape and to do some more like the police.
Yeah, actually, thank you. Someone just stepped in and said where they have already done this, how much they love it, and the interactions too that they can have where the daycare person can just kind of put on in the message box, because people are working, they can't always respond to it, but if they happen to see, hey, daycare lady asked a question, is it okay if they have strawberries? They don't have an allergy to or whatever it is, right?
Wild chase through the desert. Officers scramble to protect their lives as they face a barrage of bullets that threaten the failure.
They're asking for Fluffy.
In this intense standoff, it's now or never between the officers and the fugitive who will stop at nothing to escape.
Look what they drew. You can send pictures of artwork they did. Yeah, there's been a lot of different interactions and stuff. But it's not something that's going to bing you like a call or a message, because that'd be annoying, especially if you're working. It's just there whenever you check it. Now, if there is an actual emergency where it's like they choked on a hot dog and we rushed him to the hospital. Your daycare wouldn't serve hot dogs, would they? No, mine wouldn't either. The smart dogs, maybe. Diced.
Yeah, 10-3 the air. We got this car. We're in the desert right now. Okay.
Yeah, I do think that's very important.
Just hold on to him. We're going about 25. Chevy Suburban during New Mexico. Oh, shots fired, dude. He just shot. I think that was a pop.
Right, it slides easier too. I think is why it's more of a choking hazard. Right, like think of a piece of chicken compared to a piece of hot dog. It's way more slimier at the hot dog. Yeah. It depends. Yep, I've seen some slimy chicken. You're right. It depends.
Mexico State Police are uncertain if the pop they heard was a gunshot. The possibility of it being
You get the gist of it. Don't patronize me. It's my stapler. I found my 3-hole punch again. I had lost it again and then I found it again. And my protractor. That does give me happy juju, actually.
Somebody freaking a lot of bumps everywhere. Okay.
But yeah, a lot of people are pushing for it in the daycares, schools, hospitals. And most people appreciate that. And it seems like the only people that have a problem with it and freak out, spread fear propaganda that they're going to try to do that and to like implement it to all the homes and to, right, no. And then people play along with it. I don't know if some just like the hoopla and scaring people in the War of Worlds stuff, or if they really just don't get it and believe the hoopla that, oh, they're going to be able to tap into my phone whenever they want. Well, hackers already do, and the ones who are licensed, I mean, they're less likely to do anything bad with it. They're more likely to notice hackers doing that to you and say, hey. Now sometimes, yeah, you get how that information, how that can work, right? And people get targeted, right? And then sometimes the one being hacked doesn't care. Yeah, that's okay, those are my people. No, I think one of them is not. And they're using your information in a very bad way. Or whatever it is. A lot of times, yeah, just the tracking and fuckery. A lot of fuckery is what a lot of it is.
We literally just passed his house.
Yeah, it's almost like the plans being made for a bank robbery, right? I mean, there's a lot of going on. They're making plans. They got people over here, people over there. They got gear getting ready. I mean, you can't really do anything, right, until there's a bank robbery. And then they only get a few people to go there. A lot of the ones organizing it didn't go on the heist.
Potentially gives him the upper hand in this high out.
We got him! No. Yes, no.
Okay? We're in the property. Now, I said in front of the property. We're back out on the road again.
Kawookie, Chris. I'm a hound dog.
Back to the desert. Back to the desert. Okay, that's coming our way. Careful. Careful, just throw right out of careful.
You get it though, right? Oh, good.
Police would be able to catch so many more criminals if they could just barge into your home at any time or search whatever it is that they wanted. Privacy is so foundational.
Again, yeah, that stuff, it's just for people with warrants, probation. Right, now what scares people is they suspect someone who has a warrant is in your home. Or someone on probation. Right, I mean, you'd have to agree to having the cameras put in your homes, right? Some of them did it on their own back in 2010 when they thought they were teaching us a lesson. We tried to fucking tell them. They didn't listen. Yeah, so they've been letting them do it. But, yeah, you can understand how that might be crossing some wires. I think it would probably... that would have to be approved by a judge if it's going to go into a third party. Like, okay, this is not the one on probation's home. It's not their owned property. Right, it's not their home. And other people live there. So should they have a right to just bust down that door just because they think someone is in there with a warrant? No. No, I don't think so. I think that's the whole point. What they're trying to get sorted out, but there's so many people throwing in the fear propaganda and scaring people that they're just going to start busting down everyone's door if they think you got pot cookies. No, it doesn't work like that. Right, so when it comes to that kind of third party, right, I mean, if it's their apartment, then yeah, they should have a right to just bust out. They're not going to bust down the door unless there's a reason to. Like, they're just going to do it for fun. Nope, you're on the list. If people were allowed to do that too, we were bored. It's a slow day. Felt like breaking some stuff. I know, it's like, Jesus, what the hell? You think we were trained in a barn? I mean, they were trained in a barn.
It just so happens that Bobby is within a short distance from an ongoing...
I'm talking in third person too sometimes. What is that if you're talking, no, in third person, no, first person, second person? Right, so if I were to be like, Mary doesn't like that. Mary would appreciate it. Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? Remember that was trending for a little bit. Go back and see what year that was trending. It was even on some shows. Which ones? Interesting. Anyways. Claude. Debt. Time to pay the piper. What's next? Puff the Magic Dragon, exactly. See, they've been listening. Chicken and dumpling. Chicken and dumpling. So, yeah, no, I'm sure if there were extreme cases where it's like, this is a pretty bad, yeah. They might have just murdered somebody. And if they happen to have a warrant, and if they think they're somewhere, judge might approve that. But you see, it'll have to be approved even then, before they go busting down someone's door. Sure, they try to knock first and say, hey.
Officers remain uncertain about the nature of the movement in the car.
Right, and if they think they're lying,
officers' lives further, they retreat.
They got this all on camera. They talk to the people. See, they are acting sus, too. And we have reasonable cause, big hunches that they're in there. And I mean, if it's like parking tickets, they're not going to bother a judge with that. They're not gonna bother. They wouldn't even be bothering to begin with. But if it's like, yeah, no, we think they just killed somebody or committed a robbery or stole a kid's bike or whatever it is. If they believe there's good cause, there's a next person in step to check that with. Judge, you think this is reasonable cause, please sign it. And the judge will look at it and they say yay or nay. I think they may even have constituents that they speak to, advise with. You get what we mean? So when the big scare and people are freaking out and this side, that side, you see it all mingled, like really both sides they've speckled the different stuff left to right, so it's all mixed up, you know what I mean? Ivermectin, you know what I mean? What I meant to say was...
The state can't just come into your home and use your house to corner their soldiers. This is all the value of privacy that pervades every part of the Bill of Rights and what it means to be American, and the idea that you should give up your privacy, that only bad people care about privacy, could not be any more anti-American in its ethos.
Lots of people are using peptides to get
and when
in
it
shape.
comes to like the drug stuff too, where it's like, yeah, they know the drugs just went into that place. But they have no reason to just go knocking on this person's door and say, hey, in order to like go in there and just, they know what's in there. Like they probably wouldn't do that unless they knew, right? Right, because they don't want to wind up. They don't want to wind up. Like, what's that guy that sings Because I Got High? Yeah, they don't want to wind up in one of those situations, right? And then they'll make a song and make a lot of money off of that song. So they're going to be really careful about whose door they want to kick down. And it's going to be for a good cause. I can see why a lot of people would have a problem with that. Probably a lot of the drug users who act like they're just protecting immigrants. Funny how this is all going together, isn't it? Afro Man, thank you. His name is Afro Man. Oh. What was that song called?
Troy Jackson was accused of mortgage fraud for falsifying documents. Jackson billed taxpayers for massive travel expenses, and Jackson was known for bullying women. Troy Jackson falsified documents, ripping off taxpayers, and a bully we can't trust.
Welcome and namaste. I miss my kids. What? No, I don't miss my kids.
What was the name of that one, though? No. I'm just gonna do trial song. Is this it? Hymn of the Police. Is that one it?
One of the biggest discounts any of our partners have ever offered. That's joyandblokes.com/Tony.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Right, and this was actually kind of when they set things up and kind of do shit like that just to get people See what's going on. Yeah, let them be doing poster example.
Will you help me repair my door?
So then he made these songs about repairing his gate and his door. Right, and how wrong was it of them to, right, almost like how they send military people on bogus missions, like they're beating women in burqas or child pedo shit, horrible stuff. They make it look like it's happening over in other countries, and then, right, thank goodness that got nipped in the bud. So this is an example of how it's hitting home more. And they got him to go into Afro Man's house, thinking there were drugs there. Right, whether it's drugs or kids being beaten, starving a woman, she's tied up in the basement, whatever it is, right? They get them to go in there. And sometimes, yeah, there's really someone in there tied up. More victim. You guys saved her. You got there just in time. I don't know, there are real situations like that, so it's not to say, okay, we're just going to ignore. Yeah, everybody's holding people hostage and starving in the basement, I know. They're all fucking the kids. Yeah, okay. Right, so you got to be able to use your common sense, you know? Right, in that situation, the police didn't do anything wrong. And it is sad that... Well, it's interesting when you look at what lines set that up.
Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed, cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet. Afro Man will bring it to ya. Afro Man is gonna do ya. Afro Man is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. My gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is up. Downtown they take my mama's lemon pound cake. My proof's on the internet. Afro Man will bring it to ya. Afro Man is gonna do ya. Afro Man is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. They vandalized my property, my money came up short. They disconnect my cameras.
I'm just talking, waiting for it to catch my hand. That's terrible. You busy? Yeah, I just got other stuff going on.
This one is entitled... This one's entitled High-Ranking Gang Member versus Entire Police Force. EWU Body Cam, 9.3 million views 1 year ago.
After weeks of evading police, the heat comes down on a high-profile gang member from Las Cruces, New Mexico, when officers receive a tip from a secret informant about his whereabouts. Led on a wild chase through the desert, officers scramble to protect their lives as they face a barrage of bullets that threaten the failure of the entire mission. In this intense standoff, it's now or never between the officers and the fugitive, who will stop at nothing to escape. On the sweltering summer afternoon of June 23, 2023, the New Mexico State Police received crucial information that Bobby Crawford, a wanted felon, would be near a gas station. They seize the opportunity to finally catch him, but this seasoned criminal won't surrender without a fight.
My vehicle left the gas station heading northbound on Porter. Be turning on to Peachtree Hills. Heading forward Peachtree Hills. Light him up. Light him up now. There he goes. Good job, bro. He might be harming himself. So be careful.
That's possible, 10-8. Bobby Crawford.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
10-3 the air. We got this car in pursuit. We're in the desert right now.
Okay.
Hey, John, stop. Careful, John.
I don't know. Johnny's possibly 10-8.
Just hold on to him.
We're going about 25, 30 miles an hour. It's going to be a white Chevy Suburban during a New Mexico hatch plate.
Oh, shots fired, dude. He just shot. I think that was a pop. Back up, John. Slow down. Hold up. He's right here. Don't get on him. Just don't get too close. I think so. I heard a pop. Stand by. Slow down, John.
It was just one shot?
We don't know yet. We don't know if that was one, but I thought I heard a pop.
Okay.
While the New Mexico State Police are uncertain if the pop they heard was a gunshot, the possibility of it being one is quite real.
Mesa Drive. We're on Mesa Drive now, which is outside Desert Road, the side drive.
Okay, so you guys can see Mesa Drive now?
Yeah, we're on Mesa Drive now on the desert side. No,
Okay.
everything's surrounded by fence line and desert.
Somebody freaking. There's a lot of bumps everywhere.
Slow.
Yeah.
To the top.
Okay. So I'm going to angle my truck this way.
Yeah.
So you have cover. I'm going to run back around. And we'll just have cover, okay?
We'll wait for some. We don't wait for those.
Yeah, we need to wait for another unit.
You know the units, we can do a pit. Get them out here in the desert.
Luckily for the state police officers, they won't have to wait for long, as several units from the Las Cruces Police Department join them in the chase. The tension escalates as dispatch lists out some of the fugitives' most alarming charges.
In the city agency assessment comes back positive for contributing to the delinquency of a minor break, failure to appear in possession of a weapon, another one for contributing to the delinquency of a minor break, probation violation for ag assault, violation of a court order. They're all going to be extraditable.
Come on, step on, let's go. Let's go, Pat. Yes, we need a little more following distance. We're not racing each other. We're still westbound on Arroyo. Passing the well pump.
Just ran through a fence into a residential area. We have two people out here. With everybody, there's a lot of units.
While the Las Cruces PD catches up, the state police officers express concern about where Bobby Crawford may be leading them.
We literally just passed his house. So careful, big difference.
Okay. Lights still on? Okay.
Alright, we're gonna be westbound on Harrison Road.
Yeah, 35 miles.
Gonna be
Okay.
This is kind of nearby his house, right?
Yep.
This is nearby his house.
Yep. He's in a barricade. If he's able to get there.
Officers realize that Bobby is leading them into a familiar territory, which potentially gives him the upper hand in this high-octane chase.
He's going into his house. Go. Careful. Okay. We're in his property.
Now exited.
Out of the property. We're back out on the road again. The vehicle is out of the residence.
Back into the desert?
Yeah, back into the desert.
Okay.
It's coming our way. Careful, bro. Careful. Careful, dude. It's coming right at us. Careful. Watch out. We got two people. Go. PD units. We got two in front of us now. We gotta go back.
Sergeants Doyle and Bowen team up to apprehend Bobby, focusing on boxing him in before he escapes. But, fueled by desperation, Bobby has much more violent plans in store.
48 going down on the road. There's a citizen here in the desert. 48 with her. Right on our ball.
back up. We need drone. We need a drone.
Miraculously, the bullets intended for the officers missed their mark, but their safety still hangs in the balance. Bobby continues to remain in his car, posing a threat to police. Officers now need a better visual to tackle this precarious situation.
Drones coming out, moment right now. Drones are coming and the Bearcat.
792 Central. I'm incident command, give me all traffic. I need a drone. That's priority. Direct. Confirm me, shots fired. You shot at us, we engaged. I don't know, the last time I saw you shot at us, we got down. Status is unknown on the suspect. Yeah, shot at me. Sorry, I'm pissed. Nobody else, come off a hold. We have enough units on scene. We're not taking we're going to probe with the drone. Now bring the Bearcat up. Everybody on scene, we're going to hold what we have. The drone's going to get here. It's going to recon for us. Those units west of our traffic stop need to get out of there now.
It just so happens that Bobby is pitted within a short distance from an ongoing active shooter training exercise at a nearby middle school. Given the tense standoff, additional police units from the training are immediately deployed to the scene.
We're downrange right here. We're downrange? Yeah, this is downrange. We're downrange! Alright, let's talk fences. Go over the backyard. Jump the wall into the backyard and do it now. Thank you. We have a couple on scene. You guys get pushed up. Good copy, 796. Getting everybody out.
Alright. Who shot at you? Alright. Shield.
Show me your hands! Stay here. We're gonna hold it till everybody moves. I'll go in back. I got both of you guys. I got it. I'm good.
Finally, the officers are able to get a clear line of sight of Bobby.
Hey, we got movement in there, guys.
Look at him. Go into the backyard.
Chris, she's back behind that unit. And you have cover till they get set.
Nasty.
I think you can see it from here. Like the chest going up and down. Yeah.
And Holman should be okay. I can't see the scope. Movement. Sit down.
Officers remain uncertain about the nature of the movement in the car. Not wanting to risk any of the officers' lives further, they retreat. But they won't have a moment to breathe just yet, as this situation has more surprises in store.
I'm fine. I just had malfunctions, man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I had malfunctions. Where's the blood from?
Hey, go back!
Get back! Get out of here now! Get back! Get him, policeman! He's dead! Get up! Get up!
Why did you kill him? Hold on, she's right now. Don't let me see him, please!
Stop! There we go.
Why did you guys kill him?
Let's make your shortly, okay? Shut it off. Alright? We've got a lot going on. Let's get squared away. See, you're distracting us from what's going on. Stop.
You gonna kill him?
I don't know yet.
The woman causing the disruption is Bobby's wife, Jackie, who has managed to arrive at the location of the showdown. Although her presence is a distraction for the police, she may hold the key to defuse the chaos. For now, getting visuals on Bobby holds top priority.
Let's go down by the patrol.
Okay, I'm moving. He's moving in the front, just the shoulder that's moving up and down.
Everyone, you saw him moving up and down, so stand by for ambush.
Alright, he's definitely moving.
The drone pilot's confirmation that Bobby is alive and moving only leaves police anxiously waiting for the SWAT team to arrive and take control of the situation. The reality of the high-stress, near-death moment starts to sink in and takes its toll on Sergeant Bowen.
Alright, calm down. Let your out. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and button up. You saved me, man. Out of million malfunctions, you saved me. You got to do the last good. Thank you. You let me up too. You're good though? I have too many malfunctions. I'm so upset right now. This? Yeah. I malfunctioned a lot. I just cleared, yeah, 1 or 2. I just heard the side came out. Thank you. You say now. I was just talking, waiting for it to catch my hand. That's terrible. You good, Dick? Yeah, I just got other stuff going on. Kids in the hospital right now, so I prefer this. So you get your phone? Anna? No. No, she's got some other going on right now. You were told her let her make it? Oh, good. She's got. I just had an OIS. I'm okay. It's on scene right now, and he's still alive inside the car. And he's definitely got a gun. It's a whole thing. But I want to let you know I'm okay. All right. Yep. Love you.
Sergeant Bowen isn't alone in his distress. The shootout is affecting Officer Garcia as well.
You alright though? Did someone check you already?
Right here in there. No, I was behind my door.
What's that?
I was behind my door after I got out.
Did you have any rounds fired towards you? No?
I just seen him coming out of this.
Just double check you, bro.
We came up to Wise next to that west, and I think that's
You don't feel anything wet, no? Yeah, just doing a double check, bro. You get shot at?
As Bobby's wife Jackie is removed from the squad car, she continues to panic in desperation to save her husband.
Put you in my car.
Okay? That's my husband.
What's your name?
Supposed to happen.
What's your name?
Jackie B. I just found his
Jackie.
wife.
Okay, Jackie.
I just found himself in. Turn himself in.
Have a seat right there, okay? I understand that. We're trying to figure things out. We're trying to figure things out.
You guys killed him. There's nothing to figure out. Please be alive, God. Please, I beg you, please let me be alive. Lord Jesus, he's going bad. Help me go now.
When the SWAT team arrives, they're brought up to speed with the plan of action as they gear up for the ambush.
Stay in there. All you're going to do is you're going to drive up, okay? We're going to jump in the back, we're going to button up, and we're going to try to fight through to pin the driver's side door. Okay, we're going to try to pin that driver's side door. Everybody good on that? Good. All right.
Game on, boys. We up? We're up. We're all up. Moving. Easy. Walk it. Easy there. Tommy, there's no rush. There's no rush. Hey, turn your
driver's side. 901, just confirm that you want driver's side pin. Pin, driver's side door. Pin, driver's side door.
White SUV, right?
White SUV. Slow, slow,
Nice and
slow.
easy, nice and easy.
We're in armor, we're good. Reaching down the floorboard, Manny.
We got moving on the driver's seat. You got him, man? You can't shoot through this crap. They're down range here, I can't. Hey!
Yeah, we got people. What are we doing? How are we supposed to pin that door?
Okay, hey, roll up, Gabis.
Yeah.
And you're gonna bump that rear quarter panel, okay? Just to get us.
We're on crossfire, so we need to make a decision.
Officers find themselves downrange once again after putting the SWAT team in a precarious situation. With everything moving so rapidly, they must act quickly to ensure their safety. Tensions are running high with the end slipping through their fingers.
Just bump the rear quarter panel.
Yeah, the driver's side mirror, driver's side mirror.
Hey, shut up. Just one person time, right?
Okay. Single guy.
Right there.
Hands up! Or you'll get shot! Right now! After you're at the beat, you're gonna get shot! Step out now! Step out! Hey! Have them move these cars to my left out of the way if we can! Hands up! You're gonna get shot! Step outside the vehicle! You will not be shot with your hands empty! Do it now!
We got some crossfire issue right
Yeah. I can't see.
They're right here directly across from us. Officers behind
You need to step outside the vehicle, you'll be shot!
Jackie remains near the officers to aid in Bobby's removal from his vehicle, but only time will tell if she will assist or hinder the operation.
He doesn't have any more bullets. There's no more bullets. There's no more bullets.
Over here. Run over there.
Please don't kill him. I can get him out of there. Will somebody listen to me? I can get him out. That's why I'm here. He called me.
Right now, you're gonna remain calm, okay? You're gonna remain calm. It looks like he's looks like he threw his hands up, okay? Okay, just listen to me, okay? What I need you to do right now is just remain patient, okay? I understand, man. So just relax. We're doing the best we can to get him removed safely, okay? So just bear with us, relax, and from there, once everything's said and done, we will not allow you back on scene.
Despite Jackie's pleas, officers are unwilling to risk anyone's life, including hers.
Step outside the vehicle now! Off the window! Stand by, let us get a posture real quick! And then we'll figure it out!
Hey, where's the fuel?
Fuel.
I got it.
While the SWAT team is consumed with Bobby's extraction, the state police officer takes a moment and at last gives Jackie his attention as she offers up details that paint a different perspective of the pursuit.
What kind of gun was it?
There's a 45.
45? Okay, how many rounds were inside?
10 in the clip, 1 in the chamber. He shot 2 at the house.
You shot 2 at the house?
Yeah, that was on the phone with him. He shot 2 at the house and flew home.
Okay, so you were on the phone with him when he was in pursuit?
Yes.
Okay.
Jackie has managed to pique the officer's interest as she continues to divulge critical information.
He shot off the 2 rounds. Who was it directed towards?
One of the people at the house goes to the calls at the house. He was at our house.
Okay.
He was at our house and he called me. He's like, we left the gas station right now. He's very sure was following me to the desk. Okay, if he's in his truck, call his number, and then we talk to him. I get him out. So that's why I'm here. He called me. He said he wasn't going to do nothing for gas here. He wasn't going to have these many talks.
Okay. Is there any other firearms? Anything else?
No, he chose the 145.
Bobby, just get out of the truck. Please, Bobby, just get out of the truck.
baby get out of the truck, please.
As Jackie cries for the safety of her husband, officers on the other side of the standoff have another shocking bombshell to drop.
We were gonna pin on bro right there at the Chevron and he took off. Exactly. How'd you guys make contact with him? It was the okay. So we went over there, and as soon as we got there, he was leaving. He went to the desert, tried to initiate a traffic stop, and he took off.
While the SWAT team attempts an extraction, Sergeant Bowen is still reeling from his close encounter in the shootout. He tries to calm down as officers discuss what they know about Bobby Crawford.
Let him bleed out. If he wants to bleed out, he can come out. He can surrender.
Feel this first, Jake.
Doesn't feel that way sometimes. You know, he got so many. Too many beautiful feelings. That's all I could think about. This job.
All I can think about is not there.
What's this guy's name? I wanted to make sure
This is Crawford.
The guy we've been looking for. They've been all. He's a shooter. All 5'4". Do they know that? No, they don't.
Surprisingly, Sergeant Bowen and the other officers have put themselves in harm's way, risking their lives without even knowing who they were up against. On the other hand, the SWAT team is now on the offensive to get Bobby out.
Bobby Crawford, step outside the car now!
He's moving around. Right hand is up on the middle console.
Bobby Crawford, call out the front window!
Well, give him a K9 as well, too. If he doesn't come out, dog, we'll go in and bite him. Alright, let's go, boys. What are you?
Yeah. Come outside the vehicle, on the driver's side window. With your hands out, Nancy, pull it out. You won't get any medical attention.
Should be any flat, should be any flat. Good deployment.
The gas seems to have had an effect as Bobby places his hands outside of the driver's side window.
He's got both hands in the driver's side window. Still no responsive to the exit. We're going to go ahead and send him.
The driver's side window, with your hands up and up. Do it now.
On you.
On you. Hey.
You have another one?
Yeah.
That works.
There you go.
Now that the officers on the scene have gotten a whiff of the gas for themselves, the SWAT team tries again to throw another canister into the vehicle, hoping it will draw Bobby out of the car. As the police wait for the gas to take effect, Sergeant Bowen remembers what he left behind in his police car and alerts the other officers.
Hey, gents. If for some reason he squirts east, please don't shoot my car. My dog's in there. You gotta do what you gotta do to keep yourself safe. But please try not to kill my dog. Okay? But you guys come first.
Back behind the Bearcat, the SWAT team prepares to throw more gas and a flash bomb to get Bobby out of the vehicle.
Hey, flashbang on the driver's side as soon as we go up to deploy the gas.
You have one? Then another one.
That's off it. Ready? Get the SPD. You want me to get a count down?
For the officers, this long and intense standoff finally appears to have an end in sight.
Roll out the driver's side door. Hands up. Roll out the window. Do it now. You gotta keep crawling to us so we can help you out. Keep crawling. Keep crawling. If you don't keep crawling, I'm gonna send the dog and he's gonna bite you. So I need you to keep coming. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. We're almost there. I need you more. Keep coming. We're almost there. Just past the wheel well. Keep coming. Let's go. Moving.
Yeah, I got you. Roll. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. There you go, buddy. Look at this not breathing, man. Your back. Close. Hold on here.
Cruising for miles. This road is mine.
You just got hired as a Domino's beta tester. Just order some pizza and you'll get paid $5 towards next week's order.
What you are witnessing here is a human equivalent of a heat-seeking missile.
Get under the bed. Mama needs to get her guns. We're set out to create an ideal combat. Super soldiers.
Do I want to listen to the rest of it a little bit?
No one gets out.
Experience matters. After a devastating attack, Susan Collins led the way forward, enacting historic bipartisan reforms that made us safer. Susan saved 250,000.
While some of the SWAT officers tend to the injured Bobby, other members of the team advance to clear his vehicle. Meanwhile, Bobby's clothes are cut away, revealing the extent of his wounds.
I got 2 gunshot wounds to the left. I'm gonna need another chest seal, Dave, if we have one. Yeah, I think it's safe, right? Vehicle's clear? If the vehicle's clear, we can bring him up behind it. Sit up. Sit up. Sorry, I'm gonna need you to sit up.
As medics are en route, the residents in the surrounding neighborhood are growing impatient with the blockades.
Now I have $500 worth of groceries from Walmart. I need to get this started. It's just.
I know, but man, this thing's locked down right now. We can't let you through. Check.
I'm warning you right now. If you go any further than this, I'm arresting you right now, man. I ain't gonna pull up with the.
Finally, Jackie receives the update she's been praying for.
This was a shooting.
I understand.
He's alive.
I understand that.
He's alive. He's gonna go to the hospital. Okay? This gentleman from state police and our investigator here to talk to you, alright? Are you gonna act like a young lady and be polite and cordial? No, you may not. No, you may not. He is a crime scene right now.
May I go to my car and meet them?
No, you may not.
As the EMTs arrive, they assess just how severe Bobby's injuries are.
1 exit. We'll check 1 exit and 3 entries. The exit's just a little bit slower. The exit's a little bit lower. So you have 3 entries coming in here and 1 exit right here.
Wow, what are you doing? My leg! No! Stop! Stop! Trying to help you. I refuse!
Okay, we'll be moving now.
Bobby is airlifted to the hospital, leaving Jackie behind to reflect on the day's events.
He's just tired of them.
Piezo,
you
get a piezo electricity from bones as well. Rosie says we had some mates.
As police prepare to transfer Bobby from the hospital, another possibility of an attack looms in the air.
Just for information, he's a real high-ranking gang member from Las Cruces, and his family's like well connected. So they said when you're transporting him, just be very careful because they might try to like bust him. So let's use caution.
Although Bobby suffered multiple gunshot wounds, he would go on to survive his injuries. However much Jackie may have done to help him, it would be Bobby's reckless actions that put the lives of officers and the public in danger that turbulent day. Some of his prior offenses include trafficking controlled substances, fraudulent use of a credit card, and forgery. For the crimes committed on June 23, 2023, Bobby Charles Crawford was convicted on February 21, 2024, on 2 counts of attempted murder in the first degree, 2 counts of aggravated assault upon a peace officer with a deadly weapon, aggravated fleeing from a law enforcement officer, and shooting at or from a motor vehicle. He was sentenced to a total of 54 years and is currently held at Northwestern New Mexico Correctional Center.
In the ICU, I have seen patients being bankrupted by the cost of care. Susan Collins voted to support Donald Trump on the largest Medicaid cut in history. We need to tell Susan Collins to stop siding with Donald Trump.
I just spoke
booked a room.
What? We're going on a spa weekend,
What are you doing? 1441, I got shot. I'm shot.
I have eyes on the suspect. He's walking south. He's wearing all black, skinny. Walking southbound on Dustin.
Shot!
There was a bullet hole when I threw that baby.
It's just a few minutes before 11 a.m. when a dreadful sound pierces the quiet calm of an ordinary Monday morning. Residential security cameras go from capturing birds and the occasional passing car to recording the opening moments of an unfolding nightmare. The 911 switchboard immediately lights up with dozens of calls pouring in from terrified residents who can't imagine what form of unthinkable hell has shattered the morning peace.
There's gunfire, there's automatic gunfire, there's fire, there's shooting, and there are people out on the street, and there's yelling, and somebody's shooting. Oh my God, get up and run behind! Ma'am, can you get to the safe location? I'm in a safe location. Okay, can you guys get down? Yes. Can you guys see it? I know, they're outside and they're shooting.
The caller's fear is palpable, but she's only one of many residents calling in to report the horrors being unleashed on the community.
Many gunfire. Okay, we do already have that. Yes, we do have the information. We are just asking everyone to stay away from the doors and windows. Do you have any information on who the shooter is? No, but it sounds like they could have killed, they probably shot 300 rounds, and I'm not kidding.
Residential cameras pick up this ghastly scene along with more footage of the day's horrific sights and sounds. Moments later, a lone figure dressed in black walks ominously down the street. The chaos in Farmington is not over, and the 911 calls keep coming.
Do you see anything?
No, there's a lady here. She's bleeding right now. They're shooting on Dustin. It's going off like crazy right now.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Through my window.
You shot through your window?
Yes, I have a hole in my window.
The lady shot through her window.
We need an ambulance. There's a guy down out in the street.
Emergency services are on the way to a scene very much still in progress. State Police Officer Andreas Stamatiadis is one of the first, and he knows fully well that he must put himself in harm's way if he's to have any chance of putting an end to the mayhem.
4041 sitcom, create a call. They have shots fired east Navajo Street, multiple casualties. I'm on my way.
The state police officer heads to the scene with lights and sirens blazing, preparing himself for what may well be a life and death face-off with a mass killer. But before he can engage the shooter's violence comes to him.
1441, I got shot. I'm shot.
As the officer drives to the hospital, you can hear over the radio, the chaos is far from over. Farmington Police Officer Benjamin Jemmett is on the ground and closing in on the shooter. He gets news that turns a very bad day into something much worse.
He's in front of the Methodist Church, walking southbound on Dustin.
Okay, doing all that southbound on Methodist Church.
I'm being told he's got an automatic weapon. They fired deployed! See your hands! He just took off, White House, directly south of the church. More shots are being fired! Sarge, stop right there! Stop right there! Make a contact team. Give me another unit to Dustin and Apache. Dustin and Navajo. Right here, follow me. Right here, around the White House. White House on the left east side. West the bike.
As Officer Jemmett runs into a confrontation with mortality, Sergeant Rachel DeSenza slams the pedal to the floor to arrive at the chaotic scene as quickly as possible.
On the left side. Get back inside, people! Oh, shit! I'm good! Where's your tourniquet? We got one hit, Jimmy! Give me a medic here for Sarge!
As one of the bullets takes the sergeant down, Officer Jimmett shouts out an order that everyone had been waiting to hear.
Subject down! Subject is down! Just fire! Just fire! Hey! We're securing!
In the midst of the chaos, the officers had managed to take down the shooter.
Do not move! Do not move! We got cuffs right here. Cuff him. Here we go. 428. Subject is down. He is secured. We need 55, 1018. Officer down.
While the suspect is in their control, the urgency surrounding Sergeant DeSenza is of immediate concern, and Farmington officers do everything they can to get her medical attention as soon as possible.
Just breathe. Rachel, I'm coming. Where else you hit, Rachel?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm here, all right? I got you. Give her a turn here. We're gonna load and go. Hey, we're gonna load and go.
I think I'm hitting my head. I'm just burning.
Where?
My burning in my coat here.
Okay, now you're good. When you're good, here, I got it. Yeah.
Can I hit?
Hey, give me a medic here now. We got a tourniquet on her, but we need transport. I don't have a radio.
Where are you at?
It's stalling. Which is the thing I'm worried about, okay?
Meanwhile, Sergeant DeSenza isn't the only one in need of immediate medical intervention. Back at the church, officers do their best to revive the suspect.